Has there been one driving factor behind all of these different things that you have done?
Freedom,
Hmm.
definitely freedom and flexibility. I'm not a morning person. I don't wake up in time a lot of times. So I try to, but it's just something I suck at. I don't like being in the office at the same time. I want autonomy. I want freedom. And the only way I could have autonomy and freedom is as an entrepreneur or in like higher executive positions where I can demand those freedoms basically. So it's more of a way for me to function in society. So yeah, freedom, that's the biggest driver. I want to be able to do what I do, what I want to do, whenever I want to do it. I don't like people telling me what to do.
Yeah. And how does it pan out when you're working in teams, when you are, let's say, advising other teams? How does that individuality or that wanting to be your own person pan out? What challenges does it present?
Well, I think the challenges it does present is that they're not that big. Like most of the times you won't see me planning meetings with teams before 10 in the morning. It's just small things. And I project my desires on the team as well. I think that's something I do consciously and subconsciously. So I will give other people a high degree of freedom, autonomy, flexibility, and to just care more about output than input. So in the companies, I've had a lot of staff as well. And I always told them, I don't care what you're doing. I'll pay you for 8 hours for the day. But if you actually only work 2 or 4, I honestly don't care as long as you provide the results we hire you to do. And that is something that still I project onto people. I still do sometimes, actually a lot of times. And that's not always a good thing. Some people like being or not, but they thrive in an environment where they have clear instructions. So me projecting my own style onto everybody doesn't make sense. So that's something I had to learn to deal with, and I think not everybody is the same.
Yeah. And can you share any example of when that happened and how did you learn? What challenges does it present?
Yeah, so I won't name any names, but I've had a few people working for me in the previous company that got really stressed out by my style because things were not clear enough for them, and they really wanted clear instructions when to start, what to do, what activities, when to go home. So, and the freedom or actually the lack of clear instructions on what their workday looked like gave them a lot of stress. It didn't give them any enjoyment. They just got really stressed to a point that really started to affect their mental health. So that's what I had to learn. Okay, I should stop projecting what works for me onto everybody else and just talk to people and ask them like, hey, what do you like? Do you like me telling you a little bit what we have to do today? So you have some structured planning, what the tasks that need to be done? Or would you rather have me just ask for KPIs, ask for results, ask for outputs, and then give you the space and resources and means to do your job? So those are two very different styles, I think. And I think at some point I had to learn the hard way because it was affecting my team's health, that not everybody works the same.